Breaking news! I'm just getting word that the Blue Snowball is allegedly a piece of shit. We go now live to the newsroom with more. Thank you, Bob. Today we are going to be talking about the Blue Snowball and how it's shit. Now in the field with reporter thank you, Rick. Today it has been revealed that the Blue Snowball is a piece of shit. Prosecutors are alleging that Ouija Plays is... Oh, no. Wouldn't Ouija Plays be the prosecution in this case? What the fuck am I on about? Welcome, boys and girls, to the CraptasticJack Show. I'm your host, Mr. CraptasticJack. Today we're gonna be discussing about a video that has recently hit the YouTube airwaves. It's actually a couple days ago. This is actually been out for 5 days, but I'm only getting around to it now because I'm very late to things. Today we are going to be talking about why the Blue Yeti is a piece of shit. If you don't know, a YouTuber by the name of Ouija Plays recently uploaded a video called Why the Blue Yeti Sucks, and we are going to watch it together.
Blue's Yeti microphone is the biggest meme to ever weave itself into the audio world, and I truly cannot put into words how much I despise it.
So he's calling the Blue Snowball the Blue Yeti a meme when it's not a meme. I don't see people talking about the Blue Yeti a lot. In fact, I see people talking about the Blue Snowball even more. So I don't know what this guy's trying to get. So he pretty much just dogs on the Blue Yeti for, okay, the video is 15 minutes. He probably talked about the Blue Yeti for 3 minutes, probably at most. Not even that. By 3 minutes, he's talking about sound cards and shit.
Blue's Yeti microphone is the biggest meme to ever weave itself into the audio world, and I truly cannot put into words how much I despise it. But I'm going to try with this video. If you've not listened for any amount of time, chances are you're somewhat familiar with these things. You've got countless streamers, YouTubers, scientists, voiceovers, artists, and yeah, also one of the worst microphones man has ever created. I know this is going to be a long time that saying that coming back, but somebody needs to bring news around reality. So here's the truth. The Blue Yeti is a $100 stainless steel toy. Everything goes around for it. The life form is no positive quality. Well, actually, Ouija, I know you're typing. That is a high quality, great sounding microphone. And I will straight away. They're pretty poorly wrong, actually. But hey, don't just ignore my voice. Allow me to demonstrate. My name's Ouija, I spend 14 hours a day watching family moments. My name's Ouija, I spend 14 hours a day watching family moments. Now, notice how this sounds all nice and clean and clear, and how this sounds like absolute total garbage? Well, there's the difference between a toy and a real audio setup. Now, here's the thing that's really going to blow your mind. This is the whole idea of Yeti specifically. All USB microphones, yes, all of them. I can say one more time, all USB microphones are very, very bad.
This 15-minute video can pretty much just be boiled down into the bitching and complaining aspect of things. And legit, if you don't believe me, he compares the Blue Yeti to his $15,000 or whatever it was, over $1,000 microphone setup.
My name's Ouija the God, and I spend 14 hours a day watching Family Guy funny moments. My name's Ouija the God, and I spend 14 hours a day watching Family Guy funny moments. Now you notice how this sounds all nice and clean and clear? And how this sounds like absolute total garbage? Well, that right there is the difference between a toy and a real audio setup.
And then he goes on to say how the Blue Yeti version sounds like shit. But aside from the little you heard before and after the recording, which you can get rid of if you remove the background noise in Audacity, you probably wouldn't hear that shit. Like, to boil down this entire video, it's legit just him going on about how you have to spend all this money on condensers and whatever they're called.
To make a long description very short, an audio interface is a box with XLR connectors on one end and a USB connector on the other, which you use to plug into your computer. A preamp, again to make a long description very short, is a box with both male and female XLR connectors that boost the input of your microphone in a proficient way, resulting in a lower noise floor and a much cleaner sound.
You have to spend all your money on this shit, which in reality, you don't have to do. USB microphones are fine the way they are. Hell, I'm using Audio-Technica AT2020 without a pop filter, which I actually should probably get a pop filter. Yeah, you'll hear all maybe shit in the background, but a lot of it's out of my control. The walls in my house are very paper thin. You can hear people talking outside. You can hear my brother talking in the other room. He's not even yelling or anything, he's just talking. My mic picks it up sometimes. But if you're using Audacity and you cut that shit out with the noise removal, it's fine. Like, this is fine. You don't need, like, sure, his setup sounds a teeny bit better than the Blue Yeti, but at the end of the day, the quality doesn't boil down to that point. You don't need to squeeze out every little thing in terms of quality. Like, you can record with the Blue Yeti and it's fine. You can record with a USB mic and it's fine. And then the rest of the video is just him talking about his setup and what you need. And he goes on to talk about ribbon microphones and studio quality grade microphones and how to set up your recording studio, blah blah blah. Completely going way off the point of why the Blue Yeti sucks. He doesn't even really say why the Blue Yeti sucks. He just, the only real reason he has is it sucks because it's not as good as my recording setup. I mean, using that logic, I could say my Blue Snowball sucks because it's not as good as my Yeti 2020. Like, that's the same logic he has here. And I'm not saying the Blue Snowball is a bad microphone, because it's not. It served me pretty well in like the 2 years I've used it. But the Audio-Technica Yeti 2020 is just better. It's just a better microphone, but it costs more. It's just a step up. I mean, the Blue mic, I probably didn't know how to use the sound things properly. I wasn't good at sound mixing and shit like that, as good as I am now today, so my audio probably sounded like complete ass with the Blue Snowball, but it was still a good microphone. A lot of people still use, a lot of big YouTubers still use the Blue Snowball and swear by it, and a lot of people use the Yeti 2020. I just prefer the Yeti 2020. It just sounds a lot better than that. But comparing, like, his whole argument just falls on its face, because it's not really an argument. It's just the title. It's in the title. Why the Blue Yeti sucks. It's not as good as my $1,000 setup. That sounds slightly better than the Blue Yeti. I'm not saying the Blue Yeti is a shit thing or not, product or not. I'm not. I just prefer the Yeti 2020. I've never had a Blue Yeti. I just think the Yeti 2020 is just a bit better in terms of quality towards the Blue Yeti. But not saying the Blue Yeti is shit, because the Blue Yeti is a really good microphone. That's why people use it. People wouldn't use it if it was shit. Overall, I don't really get what the point of this video was. I don't know why he decided to make a video talking about why the Blue Yeti sucks. I'm pretty sure this video is just to try and justify his $1,000 audio setup, which he never needed to do, because no one would have known. Hell, if he didn't say he was using a $1,000 audio setup, I just would have thought he was using an Yeti 2020 or a Blue Yeti. I just would have assumed that. So I don't know what he's trying to get at. But that's going to wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to say, hey, I want more videos like this, and I will see you people in the next episode. I'm gonna go and eat some ass. Have a good one.